City's North Shore. This is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. D.S. Griggs to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Unfortunately, those injuries returned last season. Katie played his fewest games since his rookie season 11. It was pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Hopefully not a sign of how this game is going to go as they step up for 2nd and long. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. Here's a screen for Achane. He's got room to roam. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get 23 on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Gets this one to Waller. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They gain 11 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They send a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Waller with the catch. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll air it out on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
Play action here with Rodgers. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. From the gun, give to Gainwell. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Ashton Davis there on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Jump off caught by his back. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Tua now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
5 DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. 4th down coming up.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
have this fair catch right along the 25. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Feeling the receiver in motion left. Going to the ground again on first. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's a gain of 8.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Well, you can see he gets the ball, and he sees a defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. They'll start the drive with Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Tua off the play fake. Finds his fullback. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Oh, puts him there under this one, right side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Steelers offense headed out. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. First and 10 from the 32. Rodgers off the play action. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Rodgers from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. He puts some juice on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
42 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Throwing again here. It's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. This is Warren, headed right. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Warren once more. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up third down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Rodgers out of the gun on third down. Makes the catch. And they stop him with just a 1-yard gain. That's going to make it 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a punt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. Rodgers. And he got it! Interception!
Hey, listen, whether he swatted that down or made the pick, either way, this defense is going to be celebrating one heck of a goal line stand. But I'll tell you this, that pick, what it does, Kate, it plants a little seed of doubt in that quarterback's mind the next time he's down there.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. They'll stick with Achane. The ball's out, he lost it! And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they'd take a repeat of everything except that final play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Completed to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Dolphins are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. Well, they've still got the lead, Brock, but they've been unable to find any separation, and now a couple of drives in a row have ended with interceptions.
Might not have cost them the lead quite yet, Kate, but you just know this offensively. You just continue to make mistakes, errors, turnovers. You give your opponent life. That's not the place you want to be.
The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Looking slant route, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Now give to Gordon, coming right. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football. Oh, boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end, too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits, and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Counterplay here. Warren escapes the defender. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. Finds the in route, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
20 left. It's Gainwell. Has some room to work. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Dolphins nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Miami offense headed out there now. And this tried to be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. On him quick, and they bring him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. And bring the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Waller with the catch. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Throwing the out route complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Rodgers will look to throw. That's completed right side. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good for a Steelers first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Warren. He's going to be held up there for gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So third down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6.
Still third down.
So the false start makes this a far tougher call now, 3rd and 6. Rodgers set to pass. This one's caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 20-zip lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21.
Steelers 21, Dolphins nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Waddle now in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Cut out left. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Tua off the play fake. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Tight end motioning right. Again, it's Tagovailoa. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, here's Tua. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Tua now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Dump off, caught by his back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal units. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 26. And the Steelers have a first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air on first down. Rodgers. Catch is made in close. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 1-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2.
When you're down here this close, that's not often the spot you see for creativity. It's not rewarded very often, and that risk kind of blew up in their face.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. Pressure coming, Rodgers. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers continue piling on to this lead.
Dolphins 3.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Tua looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Tua out of the pistol. Fits it through the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds his back. Achane. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 32. To the air yet again. Tagovailoa has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lift at any time.
Second down now, 7 to go. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. That's for Waddle again. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I've got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Facing fourth down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go charging down the middle, and they block it. It's picked up inside the 45.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Throws this one deep left. This is brought in at the 15. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes Pittsburgh. It's offense has it to begin the third quarter. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A run from Warren here to start the third. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10 from the 43. They'll go again with Warren. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. Completed over the middle. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Rodgers will look to throw. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between.
Mike McDaniel jawing at the officials, and while he does so, he's going to throw the challenge flag too.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
No luck even on a second look. Mike McDaniel loses that challenge. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Dolphins 3.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Malik Washington. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Tua now from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. We got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Now they send their back in motion right. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force a throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Warren quick on the draw. He dodged the tackle. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Steelers first down.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking. That's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
A gain of a yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Warren running between the tackles. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down.
15-yard line.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's Warren on third down. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Rodgers from the gun. Short pass brought in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tack on 7 more to their lead.
Dolphins 3.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Miami set to take over once again on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Running with Achane here out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
23-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Blitz coming to him. Hauled in by Waddle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
17. Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's trying to push the field. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down now, ball at the 33. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They strike for 23 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the
and for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down. Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Four guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Throw here, 3rd down. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shovels this one forward. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
They bring Westbrook Akine in motion left. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Now here he goes. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that is a Dolphins first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
It's Achane on the inside kid. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
Waddle now in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Still on his feet. Well, you can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, third and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
On now comes their punter. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
47-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third and long. They're going to throw. It's caught by Wilson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, Warren. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jack Jones making that tackle.
He was brought down by Jack Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Warren once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball starts. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
False start makes this 3rd down and 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Gets everything he has under this one. Has it down close. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and goal, Warren. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal. Back to Warren. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with it to begin the fourth, and this game entering blowout territory. Third and goal now as they try to pile on further. Rodgers set to pass. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up fourth and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
A 27-yard attempt.
Boswell able to knock it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Here's A-Chain up the middle. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2. Throwing now on third and 2. Waddle makes the catch. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down Miami.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 now from the 46. Tua looking to throw. That's to Waddle again. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, Miami.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Tagovailoa back to throw. Caught by Washington, left side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
Second down carry for A-Chan. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. Yeah. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. It's caught left side by Hill. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some quick push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he's going to score a touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take 7 points off the deficit.
Dolphins 10.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Throw right side. Caught by Smith. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's a pickup of 6.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to the line. This is 2nd and 4. Tried it inside, give to Ward. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Extra DB out there for the Fins. 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua now from the gun. Waller with the catch. And he's tackled for no gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Punt team on the field. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. Space past the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know how we hear about teams that quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. They'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Tua out of the pistol. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And I get the feeling, Brock, an already substantial lead is about to grow yet again as they take over here with first and goal. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out first and goal. Rodgers off the play action. He's got it. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Pat Fryermuth the touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers continue adding on to that lead.
Dolphins 10.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't putting it to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Short pass brought in. And this one only manages the arm before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long, they're going to throw. Finds his back. Achane. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in the record books right now.
It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on third. Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at fourth and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for one play last drive, and they found the end zone. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll run now with Warren. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers authoring a blowout here. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll go again with Warren. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They're going to pass it here. Spins out of one stop. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Complete to Calvin Austin. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Gainwell. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided and fans heading for those exits well before the clock reached zeros here in the 4th. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.